Hello, everybody, and welcome to Game Theory. Or Film Theory, because The Last of Us classifies as both a film and a game. Don't look too far into it. What's going on, guys? My name is LP, but in this episode, LP doesn't stand for Lando Plays, it stands for Landon Pat. And today, we will be looking into one of the greatest Last of Us theories that I have come up with. I promise it's going to be interesting. The Last of Us, one of the most popular zombie survival horror games in the entire genre. And it recently just got a TV show on HBO Max, which is awesome. If you've been living under a rock, the whole plot is this awesome character named Joel and this kind of mid character named Ellie go on a journey to get out to make a vaccine to cure this weird mushroom apocalypse because Ellie is not affected by this disease, and so they need to use her blood to make a vaccine, and that's the whole point of the game. It is awesome, 10 out of 10, and the funny thing is, this game is well over 10 years old, and it's still being remade. It was released on PS3, then got ported to PS4, and then it re-released on PS5, and then they made a part 2. Now, like I said just 5 seconds ago, The Last of Us TV show is a 10 out of 10, and it's only been 2 episodes, and they already renewed it for season 2, and they just cast some actor as Abby, who's a major character in The Last of Us Part 2. And for me, that's not good. Now, I've played the games, and they're great, and my all-time favorite character is probably Joel. That guy right there. I know, you may call it cliche, but I don't care. That character is awesome. So since the character Abby was casted for The Last of Us Season 2, that means that since Abby's a big part of The Last of Us Part 2, that means that Season 2 is probably going to be based off of The Last of Us Part 2 game. That's not good. Because if you've played The Last of Us Part 2, again, another great game, the whole plot is Joel kills this girl, Abby's dad, in the first game, and then Abby kills Joel, which means Joel dies. And then after that, Ellie has to go and hunt down Abby. But Joel dies! Why, Naughty Dog? Why would you do this? But don't you worry, because I have a way that Joel could survive. That's right, I'm telling you that this beautiful person could survive being shot in the head. But he does need to be infected for this to work. Now hold your horses. I know, a little bit far-fetched, but when I explain it to you guys, it's going to sound a lot more simplistic. Okay, so you see, The Last of Us Part 3 was possibly leaked. It's not confirmed or anything, but there's a chance that it might happen, and I think that this could be the plot for the next game. Everybody, show this video, send it to Neil Druckmann, because this needs to happen. You see, Ellie, being the whiny piece of crap that she is still going to be upset about Joel, even though she spent a whole game trying to get revenge, and then at the end was just like, nope, I'm not going to kill Abby. Back to my theory. Ellie's probably going to be chilling in some random house, just relaxing. Joel's dead body's going to be on the ground somewhere, and then all of a sudden, some spores are going to try and infect Joel, and then Ellie tries to, swat him away, but they scratch her, and her blood drips onto the spores, and they all disappear. So then, Ellie thinks of an idea. Her blood could be used to cure Joel. She's going to let the mushroom spores patch up Joel's shotgun wound or his entire head. They don't show whether his entire head was blown off or it was just a wound. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. So then Dina, Ellie's girlfriend, is going to come in and say something like, Ellie, your blood alone isn't gonna do the job. You need to make some sort of cool vaccine or something stupid. Meaning that Ellie has to go back to the place where they were gonna use her blood to make a vaccine in the first game, Genius! So Ellie puts Joel's body in a backpack and starts heading for the lab so that she could cure him, basically. And of course, she leaves behind Dina and her child because no one cares about those two. Oh, but the mushroom people aren't gonna let that slide. No, no, no. You're gonna have to fight a whole lot of clickers so you could get their DNA and you can mix them with Ellie's DNA in the game so that she could make a vaccine that basically regenerates Joel's wounds and then, like, makes him live. Guys, I have no idea where I'm coming up with all these genius ideas. I'm just so smart. So anyway, this is going to be a huge open world game with actually a bunch of areas. But in order to access different areas, you need a certain amount of clicker DNA to open up those gates. And then they all lead to this big area, which is the lab from the first game. So then Ellie finally reaches the lab, but then she realizes, just like in the first game, if Ellie makes a vaccine, she will die. But Joel will live. So she has to make a decision. And I'm going to make sure that it's the player's choice whether to revive Joel or not. If they don't revive Joel, then Ellie just kind of, like, goes back to normal. Like, that entire adventure was completely stupid. And I don't know why you would pick that. But if Ellie chooses to revive Joel, then she makes the vaccine, and it works. Joel is alive once again, and then it turns out that, I can't remember how they figured out Ellie would die, but they were wrong. Ellie doesn't die, and Joel is alive. Joel can be alive, and this is what's gonna happen in the next Last of Us game, okay? Naughty Dog, don't you see? Joel doesn't have to die because this is what could happen. I want you to make this happen. Everybody, send this to every employee at Naughty Dog and, like, just have Joel be alive again, please. Pedro Pascal cannot die in The Last of Us Season 2. That is going to kill me. But now, to the more important questions. Does The Last of Us take place in the same universe that the Mario movie does? Why is Betty White Joel's dad? And how does this all relate to Persona 4? If you want all these questions or more answered, find out on the next episode of Game Theory. Or Film Theory, It doesn't matter. I don't care anymore.